Welcome, welcome home, and welcome back. My name is Melissa, and I will be your multi-density cosmic tour guide today. We're going to do a pick-a-path stone. We're going to do a little bit of channeling for groups 1, which will be healing, the healing path. 2, peace, pick a stone. And 3, freedom. I don't know how this happened, but we have a bonus stone, a little bit of a wild card for number 4. Number 4 is the bonus. So we've got healing, number 1. Number 2, peace. And number 3, freedom. So you can take a second and decide which one you are drawn to the most, or you can listen to more than one. And I would recommend checking out the number 4 wild card bonus stone. Something special for your path, a little bit of a key wild card. Take a moment and decide, and we will get started with number 1, healing. Number 1, healing. So those of you who chose number 1, healing stone, healing path, healing journey, the first thing I'm getting for you is that Chiron has been in alignment of Chiron has been in some retrogrades and some precarious places to help us awaken to our deepest shadow pieces. And this is pretty cool because I feel like compassion and love for this group number 1, healing. Lots of love. And I feel like everything is connecting. So it feels like this number 1 path group in healing stone and journey has all the earth, air, fire, water, and ether connecting, and your gifts, talents, abilities, whatever they may be, including the spiritual gifts, are going to be amped up triple, quadruple, and it's going to be really fun and loving and kind of exciting. There are lots of wisdom downloading for the group number 1 of healing, and I feel like the path is going to come to you. I'm feeling like divine magicians. I'm feeling a little bit of magical remembrance of your tribes, and someone in this group number 1 I'm feeling like is kind of witchy, and I feel like you're like, oh yeah, I can know how to alchemize or balance or transmute the lower energies and utilize those higher energies to hold for everybody's prosperity, everybody's happiness, everybody's love. And I feel like you all of a sudden are going to really see that people have compassion for you where before they would go, mm-hmm. Because a lot of those curses, hexes, vexes, spells, and strongholds and chains and yokes, walls that we all have had and have, are breaking. And I feel like people will go, yeah, I got you. Yeah. And instead of scrunching their nose and going, mm-hmm. And that feeling of worthiness that we have all been working on throughout all of our lifetime, it turns into love, like love that you see in the mirror for yourself, and not egotistical, but love, like higher love, and other people will recognize that in you too. I think some of you might start glowing a little bit and really being who you came here to be, and just by accident, just by being here. And I feel like that many of you are going to be experiencing medium things in the multidimensional bandwidth layers is what I call it. And because some of the healing opens us up to our connection with God in different angles and perspectives than we've ever known. So you will know that so-and-so wasn't bad. They just have a different perspective, and you will have compassion for them, and everyone, everywhere, everything. You will have compassion for yourself and everyone everywhere will have compassion for you. So I'm feeling a lot of strong compassion, and it feels like in the healing journey path, this number one group, I feel like your root chakra has been unburdened, plugged, and the sacral and solar plexus all the way up. It's just like lighting you up like a Christmas tree, a big Christmas tree in Times Square. So it feels like that's happening, and the flow is moving through you, and whichever paths you have, like if you like Reiki, or if you like prayer, or if you like chiropractic adjustments, or if you like any kind of energy healing or shamanic practices. Get this, I feel like all the dark stuff, or the ways we didn't know how to do it before, our belief systems will look up a little bit and go, oh. And the healing enhances. If you like the Tesla, I got the Tesla purple plate here. Ideas of frequency and Rife and all those beautiful scientists and wisdom keepers, gatekeepers throughout history. You might remember some of their beautiful ideas, and be able to heal quicker and deeper than ever before. And I feel like there's not only just healing for you, but some of you are just naturally born healers, caretakers, service to humanity. And I feel like you're going to have new purposes. And some of you should have businesses and do spiritual work or energy work or healing, become doctors, nurses, EMT, teachers. And I feel like there's a lot of you going, okay, why don't I? Okay. There's somebody that's either going to have a child or has a child. It's a really cool starseed in this number one healing group. And I feel like you were born to be their parent. And you might have a couple of them, and you were born to be their parent because you can protect them better than anyone. And you will be able to hear them, hear their hearts, and know how to help them unfold in their journey. So it feels like a couple of family units, and a couple of you, some of you might have children coming, but there's almost like a rebirth in the way we do things, the perspective that we have, and it's really nice. I'm seeing something else on this for the number one group. I'm seeing it's like a tractor, or I don't know all the words because I don't, but a tractor pulling, combine, something like that, cutting the fields down in pristine order, going back and forth in different circles and back and forth, and making everything in perfect divine order for you. And it feels like different levels, different layers, and these different blades of grass are representative of trimming away some of the old and making everything come into divine order for your foundation, your healing foundations, your truth. And it feels like some of you, your belief systems are going to shift a little bit, just to expand. I don't think be drastically different, but I think open up a little bit. And again, lots of compassion, and you will feel again deeper than you have lately. I'm also seeing the symbol of a dove flying by, and it's almost like a heavenly promise to you to help you unfold in ways that takes you right to your destiny and honor other people. I'm seeing for group number one, the healing group, again, those spiritual abilities really, really enhancing. And it will come through in different ways. And remember, what's right for me might not be exactly the way you would see it, perceive it, or do it. But it could be similar. So again, I'm seeing people notice the dimensions around you and perhaps notice that your loved ones in spirit are close. And it doesn't mean you have to visually see them, but know. And there are different levels of that, and it just feels like that some of you will be surprised. Some of you that perhaps did not like the idea of mediums or spiritual abilities a long time ago. And I feel like you're going to be very blessed with understanding, being able to hear your heart and the hearts of others, even those in spirit. Somebody's been seeing angels in this group. I think seeing the light, seeing angels. So I've got a couple of super advanced starseeds in this group, I guess, because it feels like different types of angelic beings, and they will also sort of uplift you if you've been feeling blue, if you've been feeling deflated or so tired that it's just exhausting to be here. You will have some support in your very core healing, and you will have some support from the heavens. And many of you know you have been chosen, anointed, and proved your way. Like, you've paid your dues many times over, and we've done this before. And so you're going to bring a new vibration, flavor, sense of success in not in financially or the way we look or how much fancy stuff we have, not surface things, but inside. And it's almost like lead us forward. And I'm seeing something that's really cool. I don't think anyone anywhere in this group wants to change somebody. You just came here to love them all and help them find their own truth without harming anyone, like only magical, mystical, true wisdom and knowledge. And any good healer will not try to change somebody and project their ideas upon them or interfere, but have compassion and hold hands and support and embrace and encourage and uplift others in their successes and things like that. So I'm seeing so much cool stuff for group number one. I'm also seeing yellows and blues. So there might be sacral or solar plexus chakra, or a little bit of sacral too, which would be the more orange. And then yellows would be the solar plexus chakra, cleansing and clearing and coming into balance more, so that creativity flows through you and flows through your every thought. And it feels like in this too, there are some strongholds of mind, strongholds being released. And it's not that you were holding on, that you couldn't let go or didn't let go when someone told you to. It's that there were so many programs in this humanity experience that some of it is just all we've ever known, and it did not let go of you. And so you can't just pray it away once. You can't just heal it away and counsel it away and mend it and bandage it once. It took some time, but I feel like a very large layer of this in the mental, emotional, spiritual realms. You'll start seeing how to smooth it out and hold it in wholeness, and thus healing, and the heaviness or the dark clouds and pain seem to dissipate. So if you're in the middle of it right now, just know that that's what you're walking toward on your healing path, your healing journey number one. I'm hearing someone's mother or grandmother saying, you are the one. You can fix this. You can do this. And some of you recognizing who your true soulmates and soul family are. So I think all of us in the whole world who have ever lived have sometimes chosen or relied upon people that really didn't have our highest good in mind. And so that can be heartbreaking and disappointing. Well, forget them. They can go do that to themselves. Yours are stepping up, and you'll go, wow, I kind of recognize your heart. And I feel like you will have your soul tribe and soul family around you in supportive ways. I see a few of you starting some businesses or working with other people um, that'll be really quite successful, and successful by God source standards. And you're going to help a lot of people. So thank you for being you. Thank you, group number 1 of healing. And we'll get on with the next journey rock, and to number 2, group number 2, peace. Thank you so much for being here, group number 2, choosing group number 2, peace. The first thing I'm receiving for you is a lot of clarity, and I felt a little bit of this in group number 1, but this feels different. So love, unity, harmony, peace. It's like in waves. It feels like water, clean and clear water, peace, harmony, serenity. Pardon me. It's clear. Feels clear. I'm also seeing throat chakras being opened up and cleansed and cleared and balanced. A lot more for this group number 2 of peace. And I'm also seeing you recognize in earth, in nature, a lot of signs, and a lot of signs just right for you. They don't have to be right for anybody else, but just right for you. And we've got dolphins in this. I'm feeling like the divine feminine in this group of the group number 2 peace group, having a lot of downloads of understanding, wisdom, deep knowledge, and understanding of different civilizations and times, cultures and backgrounds all of a sudden. And I feel like in that you will be able to bring the stories, the truth that we were trying to learn from, like Mother Mary and Jesus, or the Gaia, Divine Mother, Mother Earth, and rebirth and through the seasons and things like that. And we're going to pull it all together. There's a whole bunch of different stories, like God, Goddess energy. So we have the mythologies and the different backgrounds of everything from India to the saints, to the India to Greece to Italy, to like the different energies and archangels, different backgrounds of the archangels hold different patterns for us. I think you're going to be able to tap into many layers of those truths that we couldn't quite grasp all the way sometimes very quickly now. And I think you'll see in nature, or again with the dolphins, that can also indicate twin flame energy for some of you. But I feel like some of you are very starseed cosmic, and you're going to tap into just quick being able to read the energy where you're at, and it'll get better and better and better. And that's just right for you. Your perception is expanding. And when that happens, so can the neighbors, and so can the people over there and over there. And it just gives us a key, and you might be a walking key of peace. Because I do see that being not only clear, but like a purpose for you. Group number 2, peace. Just to hold the balance of peace and love in the world. And you can do it in many, many, many ways. Quietly, you can do it loud. And I feel like some of you have music in you and connection to the kind of unusual divine beings of the universe. And I'm seeing lots of purple energy, so that's crown, and blues, throat chakra. Sorry, my phone. So I'm seeing a lot of purples and blues, and those chakras cleansing for you and opening up to like truly understanding the cosmos in different ways. This is so exciting. Do any of you remember in group number 2, being younger and kind of traveling through the universe, or astral traveling? And it almost felt like we were on slides or tubes or magic carpets. and then it kind of got dulled and stopped and blocked. So it feels like that's coming back around as well. So some of your not only travelers, you're time travelers, because I feel like you smooth out things in different layers of our perceived time and space. But you're opening up, imagine, have any of you ever been in like big snowstorms, and you cannot drive down the street? There's either too much snow, your vehicle will not get there. Very dangerous. So much ice. Very dangerous. I feel like those danger places or really blocked places where it's just we could not pass, it feels like it's opening up. And so it's almost like you have bridges cleansed, cleared the streets, or it becomes spring in different ways. You'll be able to have safe passage, peaceful, safe passage. And that leads you to the mysteries and the truth of the universe. If even any of you have like autistic children or around really cool autistic people, you'll notice that they are going to surpass us all in many ways and help us bring peace to the societies, to the people, because they're just not into being as stupid as we have been or behind in living in those dark spaces. And it feels like many of them just know about the spiritual chaos going on, and I feel like they're gonna like tell you some truths. Like for instance, say, yes, today is a shadowy, dark day, so we should just be keep to ourselves and keep holding peace, holding the candle of peace, the journey of peace, while the chaos dies down and dissolves, and they can hear God, whoever it is around you, in funny ways that you cannot. And I feel like the angelic realms might talk to them. It could be you, but this is going to be amplified and accelerated. So cool. Freedom. I feel like you'll have easily noticed how to bring freedom into daily life in a lot of ways, and it won't be a struggle like stagnant struggles. And it feels like for some of you in group 2 in the peace journey, feels like some of you have some apologies coming in, like people that either I guess really tried to take advantage of you, or lied about you, or harmed you at work, school, down the street, or people that had like persecution energy. You got a couple of apologies coming in, because I think people are going to wake up, and your very essence, your very essence brings awakening into peace, which harmony, which would be divine order and balance. And I think you'll be able to celebrate with some of the people and start understanding them in a different way. Sometimes I think, at least half the time, people are just not understanding each other, that's all. So the different words or perspectives that they have sort of cross over and entangle and cause problems on occasion. It's almost sundown, so the sun is shining in funny patterns. I feel like, again, you're going to be able to read the energy, and I feel like there's a lot of water, so you might be a water sign, or dealing with people with a lot of water. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. I'm looking at the energy because it feels like you have the power to almost like stop the lightning and the thunder from coming and smoothing off the waters of the ocean and bring the tide in kindly and peacefully, and it just feels like you have the power to do that with people and be the peacemaker. Tell the truth. If if you have ignored the truth in the past, you might also apologize to someone like, well, I didn't know how to say it right, but I feel like there's peacemaking going on. Some of you might be fire signs too. There's a balance, there's a judgment, there's a justness coming in for some of you. I very much like that. I feel like you're having extra blessings. Something about gold, like you're good as gold and everything you touch is gold. And it's real peaceful and mellow. You know that you know. And it feels like there's a golden opportunity for you or open doors. So I really, really love that. And you can listen inside because I do think that some of you might feel inside and hear the bigger picture, like the worldwide bigger picture coming in from the universe. Like you have purposes that will help the overall, not just today in this circumstance or this circumstances, but it feels like the universal big picture you have a large role in, helping bring peace and balance. You might hear the dolphins and the whales like in your heart. And there's a lot of clarity to be had here. A lot of clarity. Again, mind clearing, balancing, you know that you know, and cool connection with some divine beings and remembrance of your divinity in you. I'm asking if there's anything else. You're also going to help, almost like help bring, like, siphon out, dissolve, transmute fear when it comes to, will we have enough? Are we going to have enough to eat? Are we going to have housing? Are we going to have enough? Or, you know, are we going to have any harvest this year? Is my job going to be okay? That kind of stuff. And you'll bring peace just by holding that presence and knowing that there is enough for everyone. And we can all help each other. We will not leave each other behind. You're true people. You will never leave them behind. And so you bring peace, and that brings abundance and prosperity. And that's all that we have in our world, is that love between each other. So really good mending, healing, peace. I thank you so much, Group 2. Blessings to your journey. So we get to group number 3, which is freedom. The first thing I'm feeling in this is like freedom. So I am seeing that some of you, many of you in this group number 3, freedom, it's in your path to, like, you have done the darkest, deepest dives into the shadow. You have had to look pure evil in the face more than once, and you've had to strip that violation, that abuse, that suffering off of you more than once, and you are free. And I feel like you've done the deepest work on the generational patterns and curses, and that means for future and for the past, our generations past, our ancestors and our family lines. But you've also done this for these different divine levels, our higher self levels, and you connect, some of you, with, this is interesting, ancient Egypt, some of you in group 3, Atlantis, which is to me a little bit similar, not the same, but similar in some ways. And you understand magic, and you understand that magic is like pure Christed energy. It is not about spell work and stuff, but it's the engineering of the energy, not manipulation of energy, but the engineering, because that can touch other people, and that's where the downfall came. in energy manipulation that was not Christed. And that's where the AI comes in. As it keeps going, it gets distorted and then owns everybody. And so that's how some of the other civilizations fell. And I'm seeing that you understand the magic that, when used properly, is way beyond anything we've ever known. And it brings that consciousness, our connection, our consciousness, in connection with God's source. And I feel like you're the scientists, the magicians, the alchemists sometimes. And I feel like you're going to have some really good successes in understanding. And I feel like a lot of you are not going to have to really express, like, this is why this works, or this is why this works. I mean, each and every one of you should share your story, your understanding, your truth, but not have to push it on anyone. And so that leaves us more free in understanding each other, and the spark between us, whether it's like, it almost like downloads books, or understanding, wisdom, knowledge, truth, especially from these different places, and places in history, that we're more connected than we are at this point. I feel like you've done your deepest dives, like you're the special ops for a lot of the toughest and roughest experiences in life, so that you can hold it up in balance. Love and peace and joy. Freedom. I feel a lot of love for a lot of you. I feel like family love. I feel like romantic love. I feel like friendship love. And I feel like connection to the earth. And again, that magic. I don't know quite a better word for it, but it's Christ energy. And I feel like you help wherever you go, sprinkle a little bit of that. So we would call the balancing of the energetic structure around us. I feel like you hold that for it. That's why we say I'm anointed, or I ask for my home to be anointed by the blood of Christ, because it's in balance and order. And I feel like you bring that within your essence, your light. And I feel like you might be some of the leading truth sharers now. And you don't have to be afraid, because you're free. And you might teach other people how to come out of the deepest sufferings that we have all had, or humanity has, different levels, different layers, and the fear, help them dissipate all the fear and bring freedom to an understanding. And that brings knowledge and wisdom and truth, and shows people who they are, helps each person build that rainbow bridge inside and outside of them, and brings truth in every way. So you're a freedom holder. I think some of you also have children, like maybe teenagers, young adults, young people, 20s, 30s, that have gone through a lot. And I think you will be able to see your children have some freedom, and like have some good choices, because the way that the world was working, only some are going to be okay. And I feel like you get to give your children the key to understanding how they can be themselves, and have freedom to and truth to be themselves. And I see some successes for some of the ones that we thought, oh, well, that's going to be tough. And we were worried for them. And I feel like there's a lot of freedom in that. And anyone like horses? Some of you, I feel like someone's has chosen you, loves you very much, and didn't tell you. So there's been a temporary separation. The temporary could have been 20 years. It could have been a week. It could have been an hour. Because sometimes even when we're together, we cannot be on the same page. And it feels like someone, group 3 of freedom, might come and say, I can't make you do anything or be anything. I just choose you. I see you. I recognize you. I have big love for you. And it could be your children, it could be your parent, it could be your friend. It's not romantic, but I think a few of you in group 3 are going to go, yeah, I was just hoping that you would wake up. And I also choose you. So I see that chosen, anointed, blessings coming in. I don't know what that means for each one of you, but it feels like really powerful, heart opening freedom. And some of you are the cosmic galactic beings that have been adjusting the higher realms and shutting down some of the enslavement. So again, generational patterns and things that we don't quite understand all the way, which would be imprisonment. You do care about the children, and you, again, you were the special ops going in to save the fragmented pieces of the children that have been harmed and abused over many thousands of years, and you set them free, and you send them with the wild horses, wild stallions, to freedom where they can no longer be harmed. And so there's a new step, a paramount paradigm shift, profound shift in this, where the children, fragmented pieces of children, or what we would call lost souls or pieces. So that's lost souls always means a piece, because all of us who still have light, our souls are actually in higher realms, and this is just a few percentages of our full total self. And these pieces that you're bringing home could be people from many generations ago, but they could be also, you've been working on this for years and years, maybe lifetimes. But this can be unprecedented times, and you will feel the actual wholeness and total freedom and ascension for others and yourself. You will aid others. That's pretty cool. I wasn't expecting that. Also in this group, I'm seeing people cook dinner and just be yourselves and choose to have family time. So in all of my life, that's what I wanted in my adult surroundings, adult surroundings. And I'm seeing just really casual, mellow, not dressed up, not fancy, just real, genuine, authentic family time. And who knows, it could be like adopted family, it could be step family, it could be best friendship family, but family time and memories being made. And I'm seeing just real easy going, like here's some macaroni and cheese, and here's a piece of chicken, and here's a salad, or here's a pizza. And also other family time, like, hey, to one of your kids, do you have a couple hours, you want to watch a movie with me, just like hold my hand? I know you don't like me very much, but can you just sit by me? And I feel like giving of your elders giving to you, or your youngulars giving to you in different ways, and seeing each other differently. So it's family. And I think sometimes we realize we have had heart walls, denial, couldn't cope with a lot of our people. All of us have some stuff. And I feel like you'll be able to unfold that and be able to, one of my things that I loved to do in Sedona was have a dinner party for my friends and force them to pull like a little oracle card and just laugh and tell a little bit about how they were doing. And sometimes I was not received that well, like I was not appreciated. It's because I chose the wrong people, or they were sneaking around and trying to, I don't know, smush me, dim my light. And so the reason I'm saying this is because all of us have been there. We've all been like, come on, like me. I'm hoping to share piece of myself today with you. And they're like, how can I hurt her? How can I make her feel bad? How can I ruin her webpage and block her business? And then I'm like, huh. So we've all been in those shoes. It doesn't have to be that circumstance, of course, but someone has been like, mm-hmm. But number 3, freedom. I feel like you get to have these experiences where you're chosen back. You're chosen, and they chose you, and they are going to show you their genuine, authentic selves. And it didn't have to be at dinner, but I'm seeing, people sharing food and sitting around eating popcorn and putting your feet up in the air and watching movies and laughing and forcing someone to listen to your favorite song and make you dance with them. That's deep, genuine, authentic. And I feel like you're inside, outside, and it's with your families, it's with your friends, it's with new people too. And I feel like being that authentic, genuine, true self is coming. We're all having breakthroughs. And number 3, Freedom Group, right on. So proud of you, so excited. Like, I'm teary, I'm so excited for you. Whoever you are, your people, where you belong. You belong, you belong. You're going to teach people that they belong. It's teary. Everything's going to be clean and clear and free. And to the depths of your being. And I think you're a leader in the awakenings and the ascension processes. And it might be scary right now. We might not know what to do or how what we're supposed to be doing. But you, group number 3, you're going to know. Keep going. And thank you for being you. It's just by being you, you spread that freedom. Every breath you take spreads that Christed freedom and understanding and a little bit of magic in the air. Thank you, group number 3. I send great love to your journey, your path, your truth. And so we're going to move on to the number 4 bonus. And I think this is the wild card. It's the magic bonus rock to enhance all of us. It's like the magic key to enhance all of us on our journeys. Groups 1, 2, and 3. And I feel like there's something really golden. So what I'm seeing in my head is like some of the plagues and some of the black clouds of this world have been just anchored into us and holding us back. And I feel like it's almost like this is like giant white horse or golden horse. It's like got a little bit of golden spark, and now that I'm seeing it's kind of unicorn-ish. So this magical white horse with sparkling gold sparkles all around it walks up and says, bless you, child. That's over. The dark demon snot is over. And you can step forward, or if you want, hitch a ride, let's go. And there will be new opportunities and doors opening for you, all of us in different ways, and whatever ways that would make our hearts happy, which are not always the same. So this is super weird. Like, I think some of you might go fishing or go to the water that normally wouldn't, and just make your heart happy. Some of you will be receiving money in different ways than you expect, and that'll make your heart happy because it's safer. And some of you get to move to a new home. You can flip everybody off that didn't like you, or everything that was going wrong. You can just flip it off and be going to a new home. And I think some people are actual physical homes or cities, but I'm seeing somebody open the door and there's their person, their best friend, and they get to be near each other and kind of closer. So I feel like new homes, and that means physical. Someone's going to have healing, like full-on healing. So if there's been mental, emotional, spiritual, diseased pieces, breakages, breakdowns in us, I feel like there's healing. for a lot of you. Success, somebody's getting a new dog or cat and gonna love it. You'll complain all the way. Like, I do not want to take care of an animal right now. I do not want to take care of a cat. I don't like cats. And then you love it and you're best friends. Also that, yes, the unicorn is still flying with you. And you can make a wish on this bonus rock and path. You can make a wish right now. I'll do it silently for a minute and ask God, source, creator, the universe, light, the God molecule, whatever words that you use. Let's ask for what our true heart's desires are. And even if we don't know how, or we don't even know what our true heart's desires are, let's ask together in a group, and it'll be the key today, the bonus of this magical, mystical, extra bonus path rock. So let's ask for all of our heart's desires to be shown to us in authentic, true, unmistakable ways, and our connection to be strong and clean and clear, and for all of us to be at peace and harmony in our hearts, minds, spirits, and souls, and that we're all held in pure love in our minds, our hearts, our lives, our homes, our directions, our paths, in every way. Powerful. And just a couple more seconds, just ask for anything you ever want to the universe.